Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's Kevin T. Robertson, the world's #1 speaker coach. I am here with you in my studio, and we are coming at you live and direct today. We have a very, very exciting topic. We are going to talk to you today about how to overcome negative marketing perceptions. Today, we're going to talk about how to overcome negative marketing perceptions. Now, let me give you my definition of what marketing is so we can just clear the air before we even get started. Marketing is me making you believe what I want you to believe. Now, if you have an issue with that, I suggest you go back to looking at people from Madison Avenue, how they have groomed us and conditioned us over a number of years to go with whatever it is that they say. Now, this is a very powerful concept. It's something called TOMA, T-O-M-A. And TOMA stands for top of mind awareness. What that does is, it's a basic marketing concept. They groom and condition us for every television commercial that you see. Every form of advertising that you see is layered with these concepts. Number one is they attract your attention, repeat what they want you to know, and reiterate it again. Let me say that again. They attract your attention, they repeat it, and then they reiterate it again. This is all done to keep you engaged and then create repetitious branding impressions. So the next time you see my brand, my logo, as you can see it, my logo, everybody starting to understand. Every time you see the logo, it creates a branding impression, and that creates top of mind awareness. Now, it works very well with, let's say, for instance, you're hanging out with all your boys and you're looking at a Super Bowl commercial. Well, you're not really thinking about the beer or the product that the guys have in their hand, because you're looking at the young lady right next to him with a bathing suit on. And if she's hot, you associate the hot chick in the bathing suit. You associate all of that with the beverage. These concepts have been used for hundreds and hundreds of years. Again, top of mind awareness. How do you overcome the negative marketing perceptions? Is you got to put the right thing in front of the right person at the right time that's going to get you the right result, which is money in your bank account. So what I'm going to talk to you about today are the 3 keys to looking more polished and professional as a professional speaker. You are going to have to learn to overcome these negative perceptions. Now, I can tell you this. Remember, my definition of marketing, if you missed it, is me, my brand, making you believe what I want you to believe. Now, when the truth is layered and sprinkled all throughout your brand and it's authentic, it's even more powerful. You don't have to try to talk somebody into it. You've got to illustrate, you got to demonstrate who you are and what you're all about. Now, if that's difficult, that means you're going to be doing more talking than what you are supposed to be doing. So I don't want you to do a lot of talking. I want you to let the sales tools do the talking for you. It's all about creating branding impressions. You do that. I always say illustration beats conversation. You've got to demonstrate to the target buyer, not give them lip service. They don't want to hear from you. Listen, let's just be clear. If forget about me being your speaker coach for a second. I want you to act like the one who is a subject matter expert, the one who is a leading authority, the think Fred Young, does Fred Young have a question? Did he have his hand up? I see his mute isn't on. But Fred, if you got a question, use the raise hand feature, please. Okay, all right. So remember this. Marketing is me making you believe what I want you to believe. When the truth is behind it, it's extremely powerful. When authenticity is behind it, it absolutely takes your brand to a whole nother stratosphere. So remember, today's message is all about how to overcome negative marketing perceptions. The target buyer looks at you a certain way. It's your job to control how they view you. Listen, I control how my hair is styled. I control what kind of shirt I wanted to put on today. I control what my billboards look behind me. I control what kind of image I'm projecting to you right now. How are you perceiving that? Look at the content that I deliver through our weekly group call. Look at every other arena that you see me in, and all you see me doing is talking about how professional speakers can grow. Now, the real question is, I'm not going to ask you to be going through all of this stuff until you see me illustrate it to you first. All of your marketing collateral and your sales tools, ladies and gentlemen, it should do three things. Number one, it should describe who are you to the target buyer, not to your speaker coach. Who are you? Number two, what do you do? And number three, how does it benefit the target buyer? If you can't illustrate that through your sales tools, you're going to be in trouble. Now, watch this. By default, for those of you who don't understand what I'm saying to you, by default, if you don't present the right kind of sales tools, by default, you're going to be put in the category of a low fee or no fee speaker. Do you hear that? You want to stay in broke desperation or begging mode for the rest of your life, like I did for the first 7 years? That's not why you signed up for Speaker Focus. You shouldn't have to scratch your head to be concerned about all these things I'm talking about right now. On the school platform to get the answers to every question that you have 24 hours a day. No matter what question you put in there, we're going to reply to it, or some other student is going to have the same issue. So how do you overcome these negative challenges and perceptions that the target buyer is looking at you like? Let me tell you something. You don't want the target buyer looking at you like this. Is that what you want? You want them looking at you like the rest of these motivational jackwagons in the marketplace? You want them looking at you crazy like you got 3 heads? Then just do everything opposite of what I'm telling you to do. The conference coordinator is sick of hearing fluff and hot air. If you call them up on the phone and you don't add any value, which we talked to you about in module number 2, managing the sales cycle from contact to close. Are you doing a proper needs assessment? See, if you don't, you're going to wind up in the category of being a motivational speaker. I don't give a damn how professional you think you are. You got to stop thinking like you. You got to start studying and connecting more and think like the target buyer. You got to become obsessed with the target buyer. In case you forgot who that is, the target buyer is the conference coordinator, meeting and event planner, the HR director, the head of training and development, whoever is the person who writes the check in your field of expertise. I suggest you smarten up and listen to me, because if you don't, you're going to be in for a long ride. And some of you are not following the formula all the way. I put it some blood, sweat, and tears in creating these modules so that you would understand. I don't want you to deviate. Don't deviate until you understand the formula like the back of your hand. Then you can start making up shit along the way. Just follow the formula, step by step by step. It's many of you who are doing it the way it's supposed to be done, and some of you still don't get it. Some of you are not following the formula. If I request you to do something, if in the modules, if you see that on the school platform, I'm putting information in there for you for a reason. You're not going to learn the whole game in one day. Take your time. So this is all about the perception of the target buyer. You better smarten up and do some research on your target buyer. See, a lot of you, this is what motivational speakers are thinking about. Oh man, let me call up the target buyer. Let me talk to the target buyer about what I'm about. Motivational speaker versus professional speaker, take one. Here's what you don't want to do, and then I'm going to show you what you're supposed to do. Perception. I'm the conference coordinator. Do I want to book a motivational speaker, or do I want to book a specialist, a subject matter expert, a leading authority, or a trusted advisor? Watch this. Motivational speaker, broke, begging, in desperation mode, take one. Hey, this is Kevin T. Robertson, and I'm a motivational speaker. And listen, I know you got a conference coming up. This is the reason why you should hire me. Let me tell you my story. I start talking. Hey, listen, I'm telling you right now, I know how to motivate. I know how to inspire people. And you need to get me at your conference, Miss Johnson, because, hey, listen, I'm the best you ever seen. I'm the best you ever seen, because I'm going to get there and I'm going to make everybody feel good. And okay, Ms. Johnson, so now in order for you to get me to speak at your conference, I'm going to need $1,000. And, if you want to pay for my travel, that's cool. No big deal. No big deal. But, I'm basically flexible, and I'm willing to take whatever, I just wanted to put my name in the hat. How do you feel about that, Ms. Johnson? Ms. Johnson's looking at you like you're a motivational clown. And believe it or not, before all this professionalism came about, forget about me being the world's #1 speaker coach. Forget about me being in the top 20% of professional speakers on planet Earth. Let's go back over 25 years ago when I was one of those motivational speakers, one of those clowns calling up the target buyer. Please, I hope she books me. I hope she books me. I hope she books me. And there's simply a better way to do it. And you better smarten up and listen to me, or you're going to be suffering for 7 years like I was, in broke, begging, or desperation mode. Now you try me. You think these conference coordinators are skilled at doing their job just like you're supposed to be skilled at doing yours. Now let's go to professional speaker mode. Take one. Hello, this is Kevin T. Robertson. Could you put me in contact with the person that is in charge of booking speakers or working with outside contractors for your organization? Oh, great. I'm sorry, what's your name? Greg. Nice to meet you, Greg. Greg, do you want me to hold, or are you going to give me the person's extension? Oh, okay. You're going to put me in contact. What's her name again? You're going to put me in contact with Ms. Davis at extension 326. I appreciate it, Greg. Could you give me the direct number in case I get disconnected? Okay, great. Hey, Ms. Davis, Kevin T. Robertson, how are you today? That sounds wonderful. That sounds wonderful. Listen, Ms. Davis, Greg told me at the switchboard that you were the person who worked with outside contractors or who booked speakers for your organization. Would you happen to have a few minutes? Ms. Davis says to me, well, Kevin, I'm getting ready to go to a meeting right now. What is it I can help you with? Well, Ms. Davis, I work with organizations like yours on a regular basis as a professional consultant. And $20 motivational speakers who called me before just in begging mode, but you're calling to help me. Sure. Kevin, I got a meeting I have to go to in 7 minutes. Ms. Davis, I can wrap it up in 5. Well, listen, Ms. Davis, again, the reason why I'm calling you is because I work with companies like yours on a regular basis to deal with a litany of challenges that we face in the world of leadership development. I have a pen in my hand. If you could just, it would be extremely helpful to me, Ms. Davis, if you could tell me what some of those challenges are, and I could give you some strategies from my signature programs that will help remedy those challenges. I have a pen in my hand, Ms. Davis, and I'm listening. This is called managing the sales cycle from contact to close. You want to do it the motivational speaker way, or you want to do it the way I'm teaching you? I don't know. Give me some comments right there. Which way sounds like you want to get booked to speak? It's all about how the conference coordinator perceives you. So I'm going to listen to every single problem that Ms. Davis has, any challenges, any deficiencies, any limitations. I'm going to listen to it all. And at the end of it, I'm going to bring my voice down to a whisper and say, Ms. Davis, based upon the strategies I shared with you from my signature programs, do you feel, you're not going to ask her what she thinks, you're going to ask her how she feels. Do you feel like this is something that will add value to your organization? Well, if she's been stumbling around the Mojave Desert for the last 2 years and she's been thirsty and you offered her a pitcher of water, do you think she's going to take a drink of that? You think she's going to want to get some of that value that you're pouring into her cup? You damn bet you she's going to want some. Then I'm going to say, great, Ms. Johnson. Well, with Ms. Davis, I apologize. With your permission, I wanted to get your email address so I could send you over some information that will be of value to you and your organization, and they can take under consideration. I have a pen, I'm ready. Boom, she gives you the email address. Excuse me. It's d.davis@ibm.com. Again, repeat the information back. Is that D as in Deborah.Davis, D-A-V-I-S, at IBM, like IBMcomputers.com. Is that correct? Yes, that is correct. Next words out of your mouth is great. Great, Ms. Davis. Well, here's what I'm going to be sending you. This is why you got to have your sales tools done, because you can't even have this conversation with her You can download my speaker info kit, and my speaker video demo is right there as well. That will answer any questions, Ms. Davis, that you may have about my professional deliverables, and you and your committee members can answer any additional questions as well. Oh, Kevin, that sounds great. That's exactly what I need. See, remember, 2 things. Teach the target buyer how to do business with you and make it easy for them to work with you. Okay, so now we're getting to the point we say the next word out of your mouth is great. One last question, Ms. Davis. Would it be okay to follow up with you just to get your opinion about the sales tools that I sent you? Would Tuesday at 2 p.m. work for you Eastern, or would Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern work for your calendar? They look at their calendar, you look at yours, you pick a date. Reason why you want to suggest a date is because you want to put a system of accountability in place, especially if you're doing cold calling. If you're utilizing one of the other methods like direct mail outreach, email automation, and digital marketing, then they're going to be calling you. They're going to be responding from some outbound strategy that you use, which I highly recommend that you do because it gives you all the leverage. But in case not, I'm going to teach you the other way to do it as well. So she says, great, Kevin, the Tuesday, the Thursday at the 4 p.m. time, Eastern will work best for me. Great, Ms. Davis. I look forward to following up with you in about 10 more days. Take care. Have a nice day. Don't be extending the conversation. The more time they spend with you on the phone, the less value that they're going to have in your professional deliverables. Get in, say what you need to say, and get out. Now, how do you want to do it? I don't know. You want to be a motivational speaker, sounding like everybody else in the marketplace, broke, begging, please hire me, begging in desperation mode, or you want to stand strong as a professional speaker? You want to do this with some poise, polish, and you want to look professional? I suggest you do the latter, because I've been there before. If anybody has any questions, by the way, use the raise hand feature. What are we talking about today? We're talking about how to overcome marketing perceptions. Your first way to blow it is going in, being a motivational speaker, asking for a booking. That's what everybody else does. They ask for the booking first, and I guarantee you that's the way to get shut down immediately. Provide some value. Be the specialist that I know that you are. Be the subject matter expert that I know that you are. Be the leading authority that you think that you are. Be the trusted advisor. Let's talk about 3 keys to look more polished as a professional speaker, because this is when you're going to lose it. Remember, the first thing is a website. Your website should have one call to action. Anybody has any questions, don't hesitate to use the raise hand feature and we will address it. Austin, just to make sure I didn't miss anybody before I dig into these 3 things, 3 keys to look more polished and poised as a professional speaker, so you can manipulate the perception of the target buyer in a positive way. It's your job to control your image and your brand, not the target buyer. All they're doing is listening. Remember, they don't want to talk to you first. They want to kick the tires. They want to do some window shopping. They want to take a stroll around your website. They want to cruise around a little bit, right? They want to walk around. They want to just press on some things. They want to be able to see what you're all about. They want to take it for a test drive. So have the stuff ready so when they go to your website and they start clicking around, because they're going to start clicking on everything, especially your social media. I talked about that last week, especially your social media. And a lot of you are still not managing your social media the right way. You think because it's called social media or social networking, you think you're on there like this is some kind of happy hour. Some of you need to wise up. You need to smarten up. You are not on social media if you have a brand for games. So if that's the way you want to manage it, okay, no problem. Perhaps you forgot what I said a little early on in the video. If you're booking 20 speaking engagements a year, that's like doing 20 separate job interviews. I don't know. When you go to a job interview, do you put a blue suit on? Do you try to put forth your best? I got a message down here. I got a question. Austin Troy, is that you? Did I add a question? Because you're interrupting
no,
me.
sir.
Because you're interrupting me. I just want to make
sir.
sure I wasn't missing anything, boss.
You're good to go.
All right. So listen. Your social media matters. Clean it up. Watch this. I'm going to say this and I'm going to jump back into the sales tools. If your topic is leadership or health and wellness or finance or fitness or HR or OSHA, if you're a safety instructor, whatever you do, when I'm a conference coordinator and I don't see you doing that one thing, maybe I should get a little nervous to hire you to speak. Because I'll be damned if I'm going to stick my neck out on the line. Again, I'm not your speaker coach right now. Forget about all this branding shit. I am the conference coordinator with a check in my hand for $5,000+. I want you to ask yourself a question. If I go to your social media right now, am I going to get you as a leadership speaker? Or am I going to see some irrelevant shit that doesn't matter to my target audience? See, why am I sticking my neck out on the line for you if your social media isn't set up the right way? I don't know. A red flag will go up for me if I'm trying to put $5,000 in your hand, but I see your social media set up like a dating site. It's perception. It's reality. The thing about it is, everyone, you actually control the reality. You don't deserve a Facebook account. You don't deserve Instagram. You don't need to be on there. You need to delete everything and start all over. So what you should, okay, so if you had to do that, if I had to start over right now, you know what I would be doing? Posting up things from my signature programs, posting thoughts from my ideology, my approach. How do I want to go about leadership? Because the conference coordinator, some of you got to stop thinking about you. Some of you are me, I. The me song and the I song and your ego, it will have your speaker business in shambles. You want to implode real quick? Just keep thinking about you. I don't give a damn about me when I'm teaching. This is about other people. So clean up your social media. Go through every picture you ever had, because if I really want to start doing some listen, I got over 7,000 pictures on Facebook. I don't know what you've been doing. I got enough. If I stop producing content right now, I got enough to last me for the next 15 years. Literally. I got 2 hard drives with hundreds of thousands of pictures on there I've never even released before. And I keep clicking on some new pictures. That's why sometimes you see the fat KTR. Sometimes you see the slender KTR. Sometimes you see the medium KTR. Sometimes you see me with a beard, clean face. You don't know how I'm gonna come at you. All I post on my social media, if you think I'm playing with you, you can go back to when I first got on Facebook, 2008. I've gotten better at posting things on social media. I wasn't always as good as I am right now at it because I follow a very specific formula. But if you're not hearing me, some of you got to go back and clean up your social media. You got to delete some of these pictures hanging out with your family. Is it going to hurt your image? If you feel good about it, if that's a part of your brand, some people's family is a part of their brand. I get it. I'm not telling you what to post. Well, I'm not telling you what you should post. I'm telling you how to post it where it's going to help your speaker business. So if hanging out with your friends with your sippy cup, you know what you got in there. I'm just seeing way too much recklessness going on. Clean up your social media, please. Now let's go to the sales tools. Your sales tools are vitally important in order for the target buyer to locate you, to find out who you are and what you're all about. Remember 3 things that your sales tools should do. All throughout your marketing and branding collateral, you should have 3 things. Number 1, who are you? Number 2, what do you do? And number 3, how does it benefit me, the target buyer? Remember, I'm not the speaker coach. Sometimes I'm talking to you. Sometimes I'm talking to you like the target buyer. Do you want to get my money? Do you want me to book you to speak? These are all relevant questions. Oh, what do I say to the target buyer? I'm going to teach you how to do all of it so you can look professional. I see 2 new messages, Troy. Somebody has the nerve to interrupt me while I'm making a point. Am I missing some questions? Oh, Chandra. Okay, Chandra, right. That's right. That's right. And Erica, do you evaluate our pages for us and give us feedback? Yes, 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 yes. Erica Williams has just joined our platform. I'm so glad you said that. Now I see Fred Dorsey online right now. I posted Fred's example in our private community through school. If all of you are not utilizing school to ask your questions, you don't even understand what the platform is about. Let me break it down for you real quick. Austin has created a relationship where we benefit from, where we get a chance to benefit from a powerful machine learning tool. If you go in right now and you put in speaker website well done, speaker info kit, go into the school platform and type that and see what comes up. Other students' examples of their website, speaker info kit, Fred Dorsey and his team. I don't know what this guy's acting like. He's acting like he's on a short time frame or something. He's getting stuff done like yesterday. Now, I'm giving him praise because when I see somebody going hard, and it's not like, in all fairness, it's not like Fred didn't tell me he was going to do this. So I don't know what the rest of you people are doing, but DMV stand up. See, for those of you who don't know what DMV is, that's the District of Columbia, Maryland, and Virginia. They're all clustered together. Fred is in Maryland, in Prince George's County, where I grew up. DMV stand up, because the rest of you are lagging behind the DMV right now. Now, I don't know, if you got your website up and running, yeah, we're going to evaluate it for you. Drop it in the school platform, Erica, and we will look at your website and tell you whether or not everybody's in real estate. They got the hustle gene built in their DNA, just like I did. So he's not doing anything but taking his skills and moving it over to another platform. He's putting the work in, everyone. Let me calm down. Some of you, I need to pay a visit. But don't worry, when the pandemic is over, me and Austin are going to go on a tour again. I'm coming back to LA. I'm going to Miami. I'm going everywhere. I'm going to pull up on you. And watch how you out there taking selfies that don't have anything to do with your leadership topics. Yes, Erica, we will evaluate your website. If you have the link to your website right now and you want us to help improve it, put it in the school platform. See, ego is going to get you caught up in here. Don't be about ego. When you get your sales tools done, when you start designing your signature programs, I suggest you put it in the platform so everybody else can see it. I'm going to go in there and give you some criticism on it. Would you think I was brought here to kiss your ass? Is that it? I'm going to help evaluate your sales tools if you put them through the school module. I mean, you put them through on the school platform. We're going to help you. Or you can always email if you don't want anybody to look at your sales tools, fine. Okay, you want to be selfish and keep it away from everybody else, fine. Send the email to support@speakerfocus.com. But if you really want to get some real help and then you want others to benefit from it, I thought that's what you became a speaker for. You should be a speaker so you can help everybody else out. That's why we're here. Me and Austin are tinkering and tankering and fixing mistakes on the fly. You should be doing the same exact thing. Just because I'm number one, and don't get it, I am number one, we are number one, doesn't mean that we still don't make mistakes, and you are going to keep making mistakes. So yes, we will help you. All right. Chandra, we see your website in there as well. When I finish up the call, I will go there and visit it, and we will give you some tips, some tools, some strategies, some techniques to improve your website. All your website should have one call to action. I'm going to tell all of you, when I go to your website, whatever you're speaking about, that's the thing I need to see. I don't need to see that you look like the Chinese food carryout store in the hood where you're selling chicken wings and fries and pizza subs and hamburgers and hot dogs. If you're doing all that, you probably don't do one thing very well. Chick-fil-A sells chicken, not hamburgers. Five Guys sells hamburgers, not chicken. What do you sell on your website? Are you trying to be a jack wagon of all trades and masters of none? Again, I'm not the speaker coach. I'm talking to you like I'm the target buyer. I want to give you my money. Do you specialize in one thing on your website? That's the next thing you need to check. Are you trying to do everything? Or can I just go to your website and find out one thing? You don't see us talking about how to build cars on here. You don't see us talking about how to sell masks during the corona on our platform. Me and Austin care about one thing, speaker focus. If that's not clear enough for you, I don't know what is. I got a new message here. Let me see. Got another person with the nerve to interrupt me while I'm on. Let me see. Okay, Erica, please repeat the 3 questions. Who are you, Erica? What do you do? And how does it benefit the target buyer? Again, I'm not talking to you like I'm your speaker coach. Your marketing collateral on your website and all of your sales tools should describe 3 things. Number 1, who are you? Number 2, what do you do? Can you effectively explain that? Remember, business modes of communication should be articulated with clarity and conciseness. And then number 3, how does it benefit me? These target buyers are selfish, just like you. I suggest you smarten up and listen to me. The target buyer doesn't give a damn about your motivational speech. They don't give a damn about your little story, okay? They don't give a damn how many obstacles you've been able to overcome. They care about 3 things. Number 1, damn, are you hearing me? If I decide, remember, I'm not your speaker coach, I'm talking to you like the target buyer. If I decide to put your little leadership program in front of my group of members, are you going to help them achieve their desired outcomes and their learning objectives? Are you going to help them with key takeaways so they can grow personally and professionally? That's all I want to know. I don't give a damn about your little story. Can you help me? If that's a yes, guess what? I'm all ears. I'm listening to you. You got to start thinking like the target buyer. And it all starts with the sales tools that you put in front of them. A website is paramount. I don't know. Maybe you're interested in being out of business like Toys R Us and Sears and many of the older companies who just can't keep up with the times. So if you don't have a website, you're going to be in trouble. Let me tell you something. This was back in 1995. This was, a couple years after the .com boom. I remember talking to this cat. He was way advanced I had just got a website. My old website was called visionsoflife.com. That was one of my older speaker companies. And so I had visionsoflife.com. I didn't know anything about branding. I didn't have Kevin T. Robertson reserved at that point in time. But this guy asked me, I never forget it. I was at one of these fake ass happy hour events, trying to grandstand, passing out business cards because I didn't know how to market myself. So this guy asked me, he says, hey, he said, do you have a website? I said, yeah, actually my website just launched like 2 months ago. It's called visionsoflife.com. He said, okay, continue. I thought he was tipsy. He said, I don't even speak to people that don't have a website. He said, because if you don't understand where business is going, again, this was 1995. If you don't understand where business is going, okay, look at it like this. Let me share it again for those who aren't listening to me. I'm not your speaker coach right now. I am not your speaker coach. I'm the target buyer. So I'm the target buyer. So what am I looking for on your website? Number one, I want you, professional speaker, whatever you want to call yourself, please don't. I don't deal with motivational speakers. I deal with subject matter experts. I deal with leading authorities. I deal with trusted advisors. I deal with specialists. So number one, are you making it easy for me to do business with you? I'm not talking to you like the speaker coach right now. I'm talking to you like I am the conference coordinator with the check in my hand. I want to give you my money. Are you making it easy for me to do business with you? And are you teaching me how to give you that money? Number one, are you making it easy for me to do business with you? In other words, when I go to your website, can I find everything I need to book you to speak? These are questions I suggest you start asking yourself and smarten up. Anybody have a question, you can feel free to raise your hand. I'm going in hard tonight. That's right. I don't have anything scheduled after this. I'm going back to my computer and do some more research and take care of some paperwork. I don't have any more calls scheduled after this. So guess what? I suggest you start asking me some questions because I got all the time I need tonight. I'm going to stop when I feel like it. How about, I don't know. It may be 2 hours. It may be 3. I may go 4 hours a night. Now, remember, I'm the target buyer. Teach me how to give you money, Mr. or Mrs. Professional Speaker. Then make it easy for me to do business with you. How do you do that? Okay, I'm going to give you the answers right now. I'm going to get back in the coach KTR mode. Troy, if I miss a question, please don't hesitate to bring it to my attention. I'm getting ready to go in. Yes. Okay, now, here's what I need to see. Remember, the target buyer wants to see that you're capable. They call it social proof. Write this down, everyone. Illustration beats conversation. Illustration beats conversation. I told you the target buyer doesn't want to talk to you. They want to see. They want to see what you're about. And where am I going to find that out? From your website. Go to your website. The first thing I need to see is the speaker video demo. I want you to take that beautiful speaker video demo. I'm not sure if that's your first version or you're going to come up with another one, but take that and put it right there in my face as soon as I go to your website. You got it? Speaker video demo right there. 3 to 5 minutes of one of your signature programs demonstrating your ability to speak. Illustration beats conversation. Right under your speaker video demo, that box for your speaker video demo, right under that, it should be some arrows pointing there that says conference coordinator. Click here to download my speaker info kit. Now, I give you my personal speaker info kit it's one of the support docs on the back end of module 1. This is the one I've used to attract hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of speaking engagements over the years. It's made me a lot of money. Now, the key is this. Do you have everything in your speaker info kit that the conference coordinator needs to see? This is a very elaborate document for a reason. Excuse me. So some of you out there have graphic design skills. and some of you out there have many things that you are skilled at where you can go in and do your own speaker info kit. Great for you. If you want to get your speaker info kit critique, you can send it to support@speakerfocus.com, or I would recommend that you put it right there in the school platform so other people can benefit from it. And we will tell you how to improve it. Because if your sales tools aren't set up the right way, you can forget it. This cost me many bookings, because even when you're not in broke, begging, and desperation mode like most speakers are, even when you don't have, but if you don't have the right sales tools, then you're going to be in, they're going to throw you in the category of a motivational speaker by default. So remember, this is all about changing the perception of the target buyer. How do I do that? Through illustration, contextual copy, video, pictures, and infographics. Those are the 4 things that allow you to alter the perception of the target buyer. The meeting planner. I need to see how your copy's written. I want to be able to read your signature programs. That's why we teach you how to put them together in module number 1. You can't go anywhere unless you have an organized message. So watch this. Here's why the speaker info kit is so vitally important. And in my personal professional opinion, on the Speaker Focus platform, when you're in module 1, you should spend all your time trying to figure out how to get your signature programs finished and how to get your speaker info kit complete. Because some of you are sitting around. Fred Speaks has a question. Fred. Troy.
Now. All right, I got it.
I hear you, Fred. Okay.
All right, so my question is,
how you feeling tonight, Fred?
Good.
Talk to me.
So my question is something that you said before. I will make sure I don't forget. But when you were saying about the video demo with the signature packages, so my thought process was, because of the quarantine and I'm not able to get to the barbershop, I was going to maybe do some pitches and like me do a voiceover, and then have like pictures or whatever, like, people just sitting in the crowd or whatever, and me talking of my programs. Because I can't do a physical, like a headshot with me, because I ain't been to the barbershop. It's one of them type of things. So what would your take on that be? Because I really want to do that, because the video that you saw, that was for my YouTube channel. So I was going to do another video with my signature programs, like maybe a minute or 2, just talking. So, I mean, I'm actually working with that with my guy now. But I just wanted to get your idea on that. If I just do like photos and then do the talking, because then that'll be my demo video. Because I can't do it like how I'm doing regular videos daily. I just don't want to do it that way.
I got you. Okay. Well, first of all, Fred, that's a great question. And again, that goes to how serious you're taking your marketing materials and the Speaker Focus platform. So, hey, listen, everybody, a lot of our coaching students, I remember I talked to Jamal the other day, and Jamal said that he was trying to wait till the barbershop opened up again because he had a photo shoot. And I always recommend that you do like that photo shoot right there on a nice white background. It allows you to have all your marketing materials look really crisp. The graphic designer can cut that picture out and they can superimpose it over top of something else. And that picture right there isn't superimposed over anything. The photographer just shot it on the white background with me holding the microphone like this, right? So I'd recommend that until you get fresh again, Fred, the way you like, that is a great idea. Number 1, take any existing content that you have, pictures, infographics, video, anything. You did a great montage of it. Listen, if it didn't talk to me about your signature programs, but what it did was give me an overview. It was like a quick bio overview. It was still dope. I still know what you do, right? Fred, that was like it was like a movie trailer. That's what it was. It made me go, ooh, ah, and wow. When I saw it, now, Fred, you know my style. I said, damn, that's how he's doing it. Because the editing was right. You had great pictures. So now what I would do is, okay, so that's your first version. But that could be another version of them just getting the flash, right? You could send that out to your list and boom, that's a great way to capture their attention. Now, when you do get fresh, and you want to decide you want to upgrade your speaker video demo, you can just do a talking headshot like I'm doing right now. Just a talking headshot, right? Fred, whatever your style is, whether or not it's, Fred, you know, obviously your style is very professional. I either see you in business casual with a blazer, a sport coat on or something like that, with a shirt, or either I see you suited all the way up, all right? A man of my distinction. I love it. So when you get fresh and you can get to the barbershop, take some pictures on a white background, number one. You should be able to get that done for under a couple $100, find a local photographer. Number two, when you, excuse me, when you do get fresh, do a talking headshot about one of your signature programs. Now, there's two ways to do it, Fred. I'm gonna give you an example of mine. You can say, hey, this is Kevin T. Robertson, and I'm CEO of Focus-Based Learning Solutions. I created signature program. No, my mainstay headline, no, I'm sorry. I teach leadership strategies that magnify success. Now that is the umbrella, Fred. Then I got 4 signature programs that fall under the leadership strategies that magnify success. I also have focus-based leadership. And in the program focus-based leadership, I talk about boom, 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 boom. I also teach focus-based customer service. In focus-based customer service, I will show your team how to ba, 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 ba. Right? I also teach focus-based motivation. If your morale is down because of COVID-19, we're going to talk about boosting everybody's spirits and getting their self-esteem up to make them do da, 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 right? And then also, excuse me, focus-based customer service, focus-based motivation, focus-based leadership, and focus-based, what's the other one? Damn, I got 4 signature programs. I even draw a blank. Damn, Fred. Focus-based leadership, focus-based customer service, focus-based motivation. And man, y'all, somebody go to my damn speaker info kit and tell me what the final signature program is, but you get it, okay? Even KTR is off sometimes. I cannot believe I forgot one of my other signature programs. All right, so anyway, you give them, I teach leadership strategies that magnify success. And then you give them a synopsis of all your signature programs, Fred. Does that make sense? That's 3 to 5 minutes of one of your signature programs demonstrating your ability to speak. That's all you really need to do. So you can either do the sizzle reel like you did. I have one of those. That gives a great synopsis of who you are, what you do, and how it benefits the target buyer. And then you can give them an umbrella of all your signature programs, right? Give them your mainstay headline, and then give them all the signature programs right there. Just keep it under 3 to 5 minutes and you'll be good to go. Fred, I would recommend, I get it. I understand your brand. I understand what you do. I understand how you do it. You have great illustrations. Your content is fire. Do not stop doing anything you're doing. Just keep going forward. And when you can get to the barbershop, wrap up your photo shoot, and put those pictures in there and then send it back over, because you are a shining example of what happens when somebody just gets on the platform and they really want it back. Bro, I could tell that you want to add this speaker income to your business model. I can tell, because you're not just showing. Let me tell you something. Fred was blowing up my email. Yo, KTR, look, check out my new logo. He sent me another logo. I'm like, damn, how many logos does he have? I gave him, he asked me my opinion. I gave him my opinion about which logo looked the best. Then he said, yo, KTR, check out my signature programs. Boom. So, you know, he sent me his signature programs. All of it was in order. Fred, keep it real. What did I tell you? I said the first version, I said it was a little weak. You needed to take a deeper dive, right? He went back in. He made the languaging better for his signature programs. And somebody sent them all to me. Who was that sent it to me? Karis Reed. Okay. See, this is why I love Karis. My signature programs are, damn, y'all forgot one of my signature programs. My signature programs are, I teach leadership strategies that magnify success. My 4 signature programs are focus-based motivation, focus-based leadership, focus-based success, and focus-based customer service. I left focus-based success out. Karis Reed, thank you so much. I owe you dinner next time I come to Houston. Okay, there, everyone. Let's get to the next thing that's important. If anybody else has any questions, don't hesitate to raise your hand. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. The next question is, the next thing I want to talk to you about is Remember, what's inside the speaker info kit? This is what makes it so valuable. Now, if you don't know what's inside your signature programs or your sales tools to convey that messaging to the target buyer, you're going to be in trouble. So you should know these things. You have to see it first and then say it. Everybody jot this down. See it and then say it. So here's what's inside your speaker info kit. Watch this, just so you know I'm not reading over some notes. I got to make up for that, that signature program faux pas. So watch this. Here's what's inside your speaker info kit. Remember, this is downloadable in a PDF format right from your website. When I see the speaker video demo right there on your page, right under that, I should see click here to download speaker info kit. And why is it so important? Because when the meeting planners are going through their planning period and they are making speaker selections, and it's all the committee members sitting around the campfire, the old school people, probably 45 and over, they're going to download it and print it out. They're going to have your speaker one sheet. It doubles as your signature program page, or they're going to have the whole speaker info kit printed out, or they may just have one of your signature programs printed out. Now they're going to take this into their conference planning period. The millennials and the other conference coordinators who are more savvy, they're going to pull it up on their phone. They're going to have it on their desktop. They're going to have it on their tablet right there in the meeting. And they're going to be looking at your speaker info kit. Now, of course, if you don't have a speaker info kit, you can forget about getting any bookings. This is why speakers stay home broke with an empty calendar, because they don't put the right sales tools in front of the right target buyer who can write them a check. You better hear what I'm saying. And those of you who are dragging your asses and not completing your speaker info kit or doing whatever you have to do to get your sales tools organized, I don't know what the hell you're doing with your time. You better double down on this stuff while we got all this time. You better double down on it, because when this is over, it's going to be a buying frenzy of professional speakers. For those of you who don't know, we have 5,200 plus meetings in our industry that occur every single day. Let me say that again. We have 5,200 meetings and events that occur in our industry every single day. And at the head of that meeting, there is a male or female getting paid to speak. So you know what the pandemic did? All the pandemic did was create more meetings. You think, oh, look at your timeline. Look at your timeline right now on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever. Virtual conferences, virtual meetings, Skype calls, Zoom calls, teleconferences, webinars. Sign up for my, oh, you're under the perception that these speakers are still speaking for free. You can forget that. Value is value. And when you bring value, that means the conference coordinator still has to pay money, whether or not they organize the conference online or offline. So now, here's why the speaker info kit is so important. Watch this. I'm going to read to you with my eyes closed what's inside the speaker info kit. And if you don't have this inside of yours, I don't know what the hell you're doing with your entire life. If you're a speaker, be a speaker. Be responsible and get all your sales tools together. So inside the speaker info kit, here's why it's so important. You should have all 4 of your signature programs inside the speaker info kit. That should be one page in your speaker info kit. First page is your top sheet, which is your speaker one sheet, or your signature program page that has all 4 of your signature programs on it. Second page is going to be your bio, all your professional credentials listed in chronological order. Your story should be in there, your degrees, awards, citations, certifications, and commendations. All the highs in your career should be right there in the bio page. Remember, illustration beats conversation. The next 4 pages is going to be all 4 of your signature programs. Throughout all of this speaker info kit, you should have all of your pictures of you working in your space. You should also have the testimonials for third-party validation. You should have testimonials on every single page of your speaker info kit. You should have books that you've written or going to write, any press or media coverage that you've gotten. It will describe and answer any additional question that the conference coordinator meeting or committee member or event planner will have about your professional deliverables. Now, if you don't have any of these things and you think that you're going to attract high-paid speaking engagements, you are sadly mistaken. You are not going to be able to get away with that when it's time to go to market. All right, let me see. Somebody else sent me a message. Okay, I'm going to help with that. Oh, yeah. Okay, all right. Erica, I definitely feel you on that. And we're here to help support all of that. That's right. I like the fact that you said that you're a teacher. That's another thing that adds value. It takes real facilitation skills as a professional speaker. So I would recommend that when you do get your signature programs together, that you practice every day your signature programs out loud. You see, I forgot one, and I've had my signature programs created for over 20 years. So who do you think you are? Okay, does anybody know their signature programs by heart right now? Anybody? I know you know your mainstay headline. Anybody know your signature programs by heart? Because if you don't, see, remember, see it and then say it. See it and then say it. If you can't close your eyes and you can't see it in here, well, what do you think you're going to do when you get on the phone with your target buyer? She's going to eat your lunch and hand you your entire ass, and you're not going to get any booking, not make any money. You think that feels good? No, it doesn't. That's why I talk to you with so much passion. I want you to be ready for the target buyer. Now, you have all your sales tools. We talked about this. What are we talking about today? We're talking about how to overcome negative marketing perceptions. We talked about the website, the speaker info kit, and the speaker video demo. If anybody else has any questions, feel free to raise your hand. There are 3 keys to looking more polished, poised, and professional. The first key was making sure you have a website, the speaker info kit, and the speaker video demo. Another thing is making sure that you know how to have the pricing conversation. This is another thing that makes speakers look very unprofessional because they don't know how to set fees. So on this platform, we teach you how to set fees. Now, this is how you're going to do that. How to have the pricing conversation. This is very important because now what you're doing is you're getting into an area, and I know many of you out there have a lot of professional cachet. You have a lot of professional credentials that put you at the top of your industry, and good for you. Typically, to qualify as a specialist, a subject matter expert, a leading authority, and a trusted advisor, you have to have had at least 5 to 10 years plus experience. Read 50 to 100 books in your subject matter expertise, or the knowledge base equivalent of those 50 to 100 books. You got to really know what you're talking about. So I think I got one more new message. Let me see. Yo, Troy, am I missing wait a minute. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, Erica's just saying that she had 3 of the signature programs. I have 3 programs right now. Okay, for a lot of you authors like Erica, and a lot of you people that already had some things that you were working on, then make sure you follow the formula in module 1 very specific, because it's going to teach you how to create your mainstay headline and take your expertise and then put it in that formula so you can develop your topic. The topic is very important. Remember, the #1 bookable and most requested topic at conferences and corporate meetings and events worldwide is leadership. So you should be creating leadership topics that the market is already buying. Everybody just kind of describes leadership in their own way. For my male speakers, now this is doubles, and it's like unisex when it comes to marketing and titling. My female coaching students, you are more than welcome to use leadership or empowerment to describe your professional services. If you pull up empowerment speakers on the internet, you're going to pull up a bunch of females, because all these female empowerment workshops and symposiums and summits and events have been popping up like 7-Elevens for the last 5 to 10 years. I mean, this stuff is huge. So there are some of my female coaching students who have the title, they are an empowerment speaker. They're a professional empowerment speaker. They don't necessarily refer to themselves as a leadership speaker, but empowerment and leadership is like the same thing. But from a branding and marketing standpoint, guys, you don't want to get lost in the shuffle. If I'm a meeting planner and I do a Google search on a professional speaker or an empowerment speaker and your name pops up with a bunch of females, we don't want that. So stick to leadership. That's what the market's already buying anyway. Women have a lock on the word empowerment. You don't believe me? Go search empowerment speaker right now and see how many guys pop up. Go ahead. So you don't want to get lost in the shuffle. So make sure that you are manipulating the perception of the target buyer. This entire Zoom call has been about how to overcome negative marketing perceptions. It's negative for you when you don't put your sales tools together the right way. And it's also negative for you when you don't even know how to have the pricing conversation with the target buyer. So this is what you should be doing. Let me run through it so you'll have it on video, and we're going to send a replay out to you so you understand exactly what to say to the target buyer. Now, I do not want you to deviate. Don't make up your own words when you don't even know what the hell to say. You've got to graduate sales cycle training in module 2 first so you know how to manage the sales cycle from contact to close. Now, the first thing, hi, Tashar, I love you. Talk to you real soon. Okay, now, in order to have the pricing conversation with the target buyer, you must do the following. Excuse me. My favorite training name for role play scenarios is Miss Johnson. So remember, Miss Johnson wants to ask you, why are you so great? Why should we hire you to speak? What makes you so special? Right? And so I'm telling you that this is how these conference coordinators are going to come at you. If you think they're not savvy with their marketing budgets and they don't have to watch the money that they spend, I'm not spending a dime with you if you don't get me excited about your value. Again, I don't care about your little dumbass story that you think you know how to tell so well. I don't care about all the hype. I want you, again, I'm not talking to you like I'm your speaker coach right now. You better smarten up. I want you to help me understand what your value is, because you're not getting the budget from my conference. I am not giving you the budget from my association that we work hard. We work hard for our money just like you do. Why am I giving it to you? Okay, well, here we go. Because they want to know these questions. So when you ask me, I'm number one. I don't have to take less. That's the first thing you need to have in your mind. Where is your value? Where's your self-worth? Are you down here? Are you low? Is your self-worth down here? Are you playing racquetball with the curb, everyone? Or you want to stand strong? You want to show them your value? Damn it, I'm Kevin T. Robertson, America's leading focus expert. Ms. Johnson, you want to try to ask me, why should you hire me? You don't have to say anything to Ms. Johnson, because when you built the marketing machine the right way, like what we're teaching you to do, guess what? Ms. Johnson's already going to see the value in your website. She's going to see the value in your speaker info kit. She's going to see the value in your speaker video demo, and she cannot wait to get you on the phone. You know why? Because typically they already got their mind made up before they give you a call. Excuse me. Now it's your job to give them like a mini seminar and seal the deal. Are you a seller or a closer? I'm a closer. A closer lets the sales tools do the talking for them. A seller, see, a salesman or salesperson, saleswoman, whatever you want to call it, they act like, oh, if you don't get this one, it's only one left. You're going to miss out on the deal. I don't have to do any of those kind of tricks and pull those kind of salespeople shenanigans, because I have value. Now, that being said, she's going to see my value. So therefore, she's going to go get all of my money. And how do I get Ms. Johnson to give me my money? Well, it's all in how you have, again, this is called the pricing conversation with the target buyer. She's going to say, KTR, what are your fees? Well, Ms. Johnson, my fee schedule is as follows. This is verbatim in the script. Do not change my language, please. You're not good enough to change the language yet. Follow the script. Ms. Johnson, my fee schedule is as follows. And have a smile on your face. When you have a smile on your face, it brightens up the tonality of your voice when you're over the phone. Ms. Johnson, my fee schedule is as follows. $5,000 for 1 hour or any portion of 1 hour. $7,500 for a half-day program, which is 2 to 4 hours. $10,000 for a full-day program, which is 4 to 8 hours. Ms. Johnson, those are my domestic fees plus business class accommodations, hotel and airfare for 2. I request a $100 meal per diem each day you have me on site. My ground transportation is a luxury town car, luxury SUV, or limousine that picks me up to and from my home or tourist city destination airport. If I have to go speak overseas, Ms. Johnson, which I've done 30 plus times, all the fees double on all levels plus expenses. Now, Ms. Johnson, if you could tell me if you need to hire me for a keynote speech, a half day or a full day program, what were you thinking about? Oh, KTR, we want to book you for. Now I'm giving you what your fee should be starting out. My keynote is $50,000. You got to wait to build up a brand to get to $50,000. Let me tell you something. If you're requesting the kind of money I request, I'm telling you right now, you better be that good and then some. And when you are, the money's there. In the corporate and association market, that's the reason why I exclusively service them, and for one reason only, is because they pay the higher fees. Corporations pay $50,000. Please. A lot of my contemporaries are getting paid a whole lot more because they got bigger brands. Tony Robbins is $250,000+. He's almost up there with Obama and the presidents. He almost gets $400K. He's probably got $2.5 million just to do one day worth of training at a company. If you build it the right way, your brand gets big enough, you're going to start making more money. But for starters, many of you can speak for $5,000 and do about 25 speaking engagements a year. That's adding $250,000 worth of income to your business model right off the break. You have got to be clear about what you charge. The conference coordinator will go find your money if your perception is on point. What do I mean by perception? Again, website, speaker, info kit, speaker video demo. If all of those things are on point, now guess what? Now the conference coordinator is very interested in hiring you to speak. You know what you just did? You just help increase your closing ratio. See, I'm a closer. I'm not a salesperson. A closer knows exactly how to articulate the language about what they want for their fee. The value is not low. Value is high in this industry. Besides professional athletes, our industry, we earn the top per hour in the world. Wow, we taking less. I'm not going anywhere speaking for free, period. And you shouldn't either. Now, if you have to and you want to get a couple of repetitions in, for those of you who say, oh, KTR, an opportunity came up. Let me tell you something. When you speak for free, you play yourself when you go speak for free. But if you have to do it, you better get some video out of it and you better get some pictures. Now, if you want to go set up 5 or 10 engagements, or you just want to get some content right now because you don't have any content, then I say go knock yourself out. If it's for content, then do it. But when you have to keep speaking for free over and over again, it's because you haven't been taught how to have the pricing conversation. And a lot of you up there, I know what some of you are thinking right now. Some of you are thinking, okay, KTR, well, I get a little nervous when I'm talking on the phone. Well, you better get unnervous. Because the target buyer wants to know that you're in good hands. They want to know. How do you substantiate your value is what I want to ask you. How are you supposed to do that? You think they're going to take your word for it because you throw some fancy words around on the phone? No, it all starts with the sales tools. I'm telling you, can you show me? I'm sorry. I'm not your speaker coach right now. I'm the target buyer. Can you show? Everybody say it with me. Show me the money. Show me the value. Show me the money. Okay, show me the value. Everybody say it with me. Show me the money. Well, first you show me the value. See, nobody wants to do, see, you're not ready for this tonight. You're not ready. You're not ready. I quit. I give up. You're not ready. A motivational speaker wants the target buyer to show them the money. You know what the target buyer is thinking? Show me the value. Show me the value. Can you demonstrate to me that you're this leadership speaker? Can you demonstrate to me that you're this specialist, this subject matter expert, this leading authority? Can you demonstrate to me that you're a trusted advisor? Because I have heard it all. I'm not your speaker coach, but the conference coordinator. I've heard it all. So what are you going to tell me? What are you going to tell me that's going to make me give you my money? I'll wait. It's real quiet out there, isn't it? Because that's what they're thinking about. And this is why we take you through the process of taking it in stages, step by step by step. Don't cut any corners. You're just cheating yourself, and you're going to be screwing yourself out of money. Because the conference coordinator, they would love to give you the money. They want nothing more than to hire a professional so they don't have to worry about it. Do you realize they're sticking their neck out on the line for you? These conference coordinators, man, I've interviewed thousands of them. I've delivered service to thousands of them. I've had little sidebar conversations. I know what goes on in these meeting planning rooms. I've talked to these committee members. These people are stressed. The meeting planner industry is in the top 10 when it comes to stress. Right up there with doctors, attorneys, firefighters, police officers, people in the medical profession. You better understand what's going on in this market and how to connect your brand to target buyers. Got to get branded up. A lot of speakers are out there doing it. There's no excuse. You can go to Fiverr and find decent services to design a logo for you. There's print companies. It doesn't take much to get this stuff off the ground. I mean, where's your money going? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? How do you want to get your brand to the market? This brand is not going to jump in the lap of target buyers. In Module 2, we teach you how to pick a marketing vehicle. It's your job. Listen to me. Listen to me. It's your job to manipulate the perception of the conference coordinator, meeting and event planner. That's your job, not theirs. They got a job to do on their own. Their job is to book speakers. Are you making it easy for them to book you to speak? Excuse me. Their job is to follow your protocol of how to give you the money. Their job is to book the venue. First thing they're going to do is book the venue, which they do years in advance, by the way, for those of you who don't know how this works. The conference coordinator is going to book their venue years in advance because everybody else wants the same venue they want for their conference. Now, do you know what virtual summits are going to do? I predict the speakers' fees are going to go up because of virtual summits and conferences and things of that nature. I'm going to tell you the reason why. Now I don't have to go anywhere. I can do the conference right here. I got an audience right in front of me. It's a virtual audience. So now, instead of me speaking to a ballroom full of 2,000 people, oh, you got 50,000 people registered for your conference now? Oh, I'm providing value for 50,000 people. Okay, maybe I should raise my fees. See, you're not thinking like that. You're not thinking like that because you don't understand your value. Me, I'm thinking, oh, after the pandemic is over, my keynote's not going to be 50,000 anymore. Maybe it's going to double. Maybe my overseas fee now is going to be $200,000. I don't know, whatever I feel like. As soon as it's time to go back on tour, you can better believe I'm not, when you see me on stage, they're going to be paying me what I'm worth. Because when you're number one in your space and you bring the real value, the audience members don't have that value. Oh, you think the conference coordinator can bring that value? No, they deliver value in a whole nother way. The reason why they hired the speaker is because you have a unique skill set in leadership and whatever your specialty is that the audience members don't have. I mean, damn it, ladies and gentlemen, if the audience members were so skilled at speaking, their asses would be the one on stage with the nice suit on delivering the knowledge. Oh, I've had it happen to me every kind of way. I've had audience members I'm walking by and I'm hearing audience members say, I could do that. Oh, you can. You think you can do what I do? Audience members, they try to get smart. Everybody thinks that they could be the speaker until it comes time to do speaker things. You think you know these PowerPoint slides like me? You think you want to put this cute little vest on? You want to put this jacket on? You want to come up here and take the microphone? You want to take the class over? Oh, I've called some people out before. You want to try to call me out? The speaker, remember, it's about manipulating perception, ladies and gentlemen. The speaker should be the most well-dressed and the most well-informed in that room. And there's nobody gonna look better than me. I'm telling you that right now. I don't give a damn who's in the room. When it's showtime, Kevin T. Robertson shows up. I'm clean. Everything is fresh, brand new, down to my underwear. You hear what I'm saying? Because I want to feel good about myself. When you feel good on the inside, it's gonna show up on the outside. You think I bought this confidence? You better think again. You gotta, in order to talk like this, everyone, you gotta live free. You gotta know who you are without any inhibitions and no matter what anybody says about me. I don't give a damn. I know who I am and I know what I can do. Oh, and I know the value that I bring to a room full of people, whether or not it's online or offline. If you don't understand your value and you don't know how to have the pricing conversation with the target buyer, I suggest you figure out what your value is. I'm gonna take some questions. Oh, Fred Dorsey has another question. Yes, Fred. Mute is off.
Can you hear me?
I'm live, sir. Go ahead. Talk to me,
You can hear
Fred.
me?
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
I hear you. Great.
So my question was, I need to start writing them down. So let's figure, like, once you start to get paid, I mean, I guess it's safe to say that you, unless, let me organize it better because it was like 10 minutes ago. But anyway, let me just shoot. The question is, once you become like let's say a 10,000 paid speaker, so then you get to choose like what you want to speak on, what you don't. But what about, matter of fact, I can put it better. You're a coach and you're a consultant. So now people pay you to talk. Like a guy told me like years ago, I never really understood it till now. He's like, dog, I get paid to talk, right? So I'm not going to just talk to people for nothing. So it's always like a purpose behind why you're talking to people. So where I'm going with is once you start making money speaking, now it's like, I don't need to talk to somebody that is not going to benefit me. Or, you know, like my mindset is like, come to a seminar and ask me everything you want. Because at this point, if people paying me top dollar, I can't give you that for free with people paying me. So just me forward thinking, what would your intake on that be?
You see this, Fred? What's that? That's a triangle, right?
Right.
It's called the golden triangle. Watch this. Speaking, coaching, consulting. The golden triangle. Speaking, coaching, and consulting. Don't allow people to pick your brain.
Right.
You are going to make money in the golden triangle. You're either going to be on stage speaking, performing live, you're going to have a coaching program, or you're going to be a consultant. You got it?
Right.
That's called the golden triangle. So when your man's told you, I don't speak for free. I don't speak every time I open up my mouth, with the exception of me talking to my family or maybe my mom. I don't speak for free. And when I'm on the phone with my business partners, I'm making money. When I'm producing live content like I am right now, I'm making money. When I'm on a strategy call, I'm making money. I don't allow people to pick my brain, and nor should you. Fred, you're going to book you to speak. You're going to create a coaching program so you can stop speaking for free, because a lot of you are giving away information because you're the smartest person in your circle and everybody's sucking the life's blood out of you and you're getting nothing from it. You got to stop speaking, coaching, and then consulting. Fred, you can make, let me tell you something, bro. This is why businesses like mine make millions of dollars every single year. Because we service high profile, high net worth athletes, celebrities, entertainers, entrepreneurs, just like all of you. And we have people that's willing to pay top dollar for our consulting services. Then there's coaching, which you see me doing right now. We had a wildly successful one-on-one coaching program. It got so big, I simply couldn't do it anymore. You understand? There's only so many calls I can take. My calendar's full. every single day. There's only so many coaching calls I can take. There's only been so many one-on-one coaching students I can help every day. But I have an online program now, Fred. Is it making sense to you? Now I can scale and help everybody. You see what I'm saying? I can't talk to 50 people in one sitting, in one coaching session, but I can talk to 50,000 people on a platform like this. So that's what I would recommend, Fred. Respect the golden triangle, bro, and do not be speaking for free. Oh, by the way, Fred, this is the way to clean that up for a lot of you who are thinking, well, I got people calling me. Fred, I've been a real estate investor since I've been 22. Both of us in real estate. You're an agent. Do you do any investing as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, investing as well. So I never went through the process of getting my license, but I've been an investor. So what I used to do is sit around half of my day and answer questions for free about people that want to know about real estate. Now, I didn't know any better, Fred. I didn't know nothing about no golden triangle. I didn't know anything about consulting. How do you make money consulting? All I knew was the hustle part.
Right.
You got to stop allowing people to waste your time. So this is how you put a stop to it. So in the beginning, I said, okay, I'm going to do if you want to sit and talk to me about real estate, this was way back in the day. I said, it's going to be a 2-hour minimum block out, $2,500 an hour. You're going to find out real quick. All the people that claim they wanted something, they're going to be gone real fast. And then you're not going to have to worry about facilitating questions. Also too, Fred, when your website is set up or your speaker business is set up to do speaking, tour dates, whether or not it's offline or online, whether or not you're doing coaching or whether or not you're doing consulting, doesn't matter. You're still catching the money. And we've been operating out that business model for years, and it's been very successful. Now what we're doing is we're moving everything online. Our business has tripled since the pandemic. What does that tell everybody? That's why we teach you about digital marketing on our platform. So I'm gonna get Austin Troyer in here real quick, and I'm gonna do some tech talk. And if anybody else has any more questions. Oh, Fred, were you finished, by the way? Did you have anything else? Okay, Fred's got his mute back on. All right, Fred, I got you. Thanks for the question. Okay, anybody else have any questions? Fred, take the hand feature down. Okay, got you. Yo, Troyer.
Yes, sir.
You there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Austin, I want to do some tech talk real quick. Now, Troy, I'm hearing you, but I'm not seeing you.
Let me see. 1 second.
Come on, Troy, get the tech together, bro. Okay, everyone, we're gonna get Austin in the call right now. We're gonna talk about how to integrate your technology and how you can be more effective at manipulating and overcoming the negative marketing perceptions of the target buyer. Troy, I'm still not seeing the picture.
Can you see me now?
There you go. There
Cool.
you go. I see you. What's going on, boss?
Hey, man, how's it going?
Going super fantastic. We had a great day, sales calls, great day with everything. Sun was shining here. So look, I want to talk about how many things from a technical standpoint of automating your speaker business, how these things can be set up to make it easier for them to book speaking engagements. And let's talk about integration for a second. With some of the pieces of software that you're going to need to manage your CRM, to start building a list of prospects and help our audience understand some of the pieces of software on the back end of after you get the contextual copy and you start producing great content through your pictures, your video, your infographics. You start building your website, your speaker info kit, your speaker video demo. Now, okay, Austin, I have all this stuff is my question. Now, how do I automate the business where I can send my sales tools to a list of conference coordinators who would want to book me to speak? Talk about some of the kind of software that we use on the back end to manage those leads and those hot prospects?
Yeah, so some of the highest leverage points of, we're talking about systems and automation in a speaking business. Some of the highest leverage places to systemize and automate in your speaking business is your sales and marketing. And to start off, keep things simple. You want to have a very simple CRM, and a CRM is a customer relationship management software. And essentially it allows you to collect all the leads that are coming into your sales and marketing pipeline and organize them and keep track of, what people are saying and who's interested, who's actually got the money, and it helps you point your focus in the right places. And so I'd say the first place you want to get software is actually, with a CRM. So we recommend ActiveCampaign. That's the best place. That's the best software to start with. It's affordable and it's really efficient. So definitely get a CRM in place. And ActiveCampaign also has email marketing automation in there as well. So, you can set up different automated emails based on where your conference coordinators, meeting event planners are in the pipeline, what stage they are in the actual pipeline. And then you can move them along with automation, sending them automated email follow-ups and nurturing them. And you don't have to do all that yourself manually. So I think CRM's the best place to start initially.
Absolutely. I appreciate that information. The entire reason why the brand, prior to me merging agencies with Austin and creating Speaker Focus, this is both of our babies. So what we did was we took the very best content creation on my side as a professional speaker. We took Austin, the very best of Austin's technical. Believe me when I tell you, I don't give a damn who you are. If you don't use automations and you don't utilize technology, you're not going to be running at full steam. This thing is on high octane because Mr. Troyer right there has a certain expertise. And I saw it as soon as I met him, and I knew I needed that to achieve the #1 status. The whole reason why we're even in the #1 position is because of the software that we use, because of all these things that allow us to manage our list. So I get Austin to participate in the calls and give his expertise, because you need to understand why the technology is such a huge piece. What I learned is you have to let the technology do the work. So what we're doing is look at it this way, everyone. We're feeding a machine. And your job as the speaker is to get the content and then feed the content and the data into a machine. So when he talked about ActiveCampaign, believe me, if Austin makes a recommendation about a piece of software, it's because it's the best price and it's the most powerful. It's been times we've used software that's been expensive, but it wasn't as effective. Austin will switch a platform on me so fast. Oh, at KTR, well, we're using now we're using this. Okay, I don't say anything. You know why? Because all he does is make money. All Austin software that allows you to manage your list. We can press one button and send an email blast out to everybody. Instead of sending out hundreds of thousands of emails, separately, we can send hundreds of thousands of emails out at one time. Now, I'm not talking about, these are not going to go in the spam folder. This is not, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not talking about you with your little basic Constant Contact or MailChimp plan for $14 a month. Okay, I'm not talking about that. I'm not knocking them. That's great. But when your business starts growing, you're going to need something that's powerful, that can handle a big list. It's going to get your message out there to multiple people. So remember, CRM is a customer relationship management software. Troya, give me your most powerful tip up to date with all of the billionaire and millionaire mastermind groups that you're associated with and the training that you've been through when you were out in Silicon Valley. I mean, you know, stop being selfish, Austin, and give us some strategies here, bro, and help us understand give us the biggest tip about social media that you see people not doing that hurts their business.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is not treating it like a system and just kind of posting randomly and not having a structured, you know, plan or strategy to why you're posting. So a lot of people kind of just post random pieces here and there, but they don't have a promotional calendar that they stick to, and they don't have any metrics that they're tracking daily to see if what they're doing, their activities, are actually working. And I think the biggest thing is applying the scientific method to all of your sales and marketing. So, you know, creating a hypothesis, putting that out into the market, and then collecting data and seeing if that's working. And, you know, actually treating this like, you know, a real like scientific experiment. Most people kind of just do things here and there, and then they don't know if it's working or not. And so I think,
excuse me, Austin. Excuse me, Austin. Some of us are rookies here. Okay. Some of us aren't really savvy. Okay. I work with you every single day and I'm still trying to freaking keep up. Okay. Help us understand, Austin, when you start talking shit like scientific, when you start talking about metrics and data and key performance indicators. Listen, all of you out there, however you feel right now, the way you listening to Austin, I know how that shit feels because that's exactly how I felt when he first started talking to me. Now it doesn't hurt as bad when I'm talking to him and I understand it. But help him understand, Austin, why are the metrics and the data they're collecting, why is that important? They need to understand why. Why do you want me to post? Why does it have to be so strategic? Why can't I just post a picture of me at the drive-thru eating at the Burger King or just on something that doesn't even make any sense? Why do you want me to do all this stuff? So
you can do a combination. You can do, you know, how I separate it is content that is direct response being, you know, it has a call to action and there's a specific focal point and action that you want your audience that's reading the piece of content to take. So that's direct response content. And then you have more branding related content. And so that's more stuff that, you know, it doesn't usually have a call to action. It's, you know, it can be sharing, you know, some advice, but it's not long form. It's usually short form. So you both have their place, but you definitely want to be, for the long form direct response content, you want to be posting that more frequently than you are the other stuff. So, you know, the content that has a call to action, which is, you know, checking out your speaker website, opting into your free content, so you're collecting leads in your CRM. That is the content that really moves the needle in your business. And why you do this is because time, you're very limited in time. And, you know, it takes a lot of time to come up with content and be creative. And so if you're going to put the time into something, you got to know that it's actually moving the needle in your speaking business. And moving the needle is, you know, what metrics are important. Generating leads of conference coordinators, meeting event planners, and turning those leads into, you know, closed deals, closed speaking gigs. So I think the biggest reason is we're all, you know, time is obviously a finite resource, and we all have the same amount of time in the day. And so the ones that win are the ones that maximize that time. And the way you maximize that time is being data driven and, you know, putting in, you know, the right inputs into your business that are actually driving the needle. And unless you're tracking this stuff, you won't really know what's working and what's not.
In other words, you'll be chasing your ass. Okay. Track the data. Thank you, Mr. Troyer. I see Norma Chappelle has her hand up. Norma has a quick question. Troy, don't go anywhere. I'm gonna come back to you. Norma, you have a question?
Yes.
Hey, Norma, how are you this evening?
I'm doing great, thank you. What type of person would I hire to do this? Because I don't want to do all this. I don't want to do the tracking myself. I don't want to do the strategies. I don't want to do any of this. So what type of person would I be looking for to do this for me?
Okay, Troy, did you hear her question?
I did, yeah.
Okay, could you address that, please? That's a technical question. Austin can address that, Norma.
Okay.
Yeah, normal. So I'll be straight up with you, and it's probably not going to feel good, but I do recommend, unless you have an insane amount of resources, capital, or you can hire a business partner. A business partner that's tech savvy, and even then, you still want to learn this stuff yourself and do it yourself, because you're going to get your ass kicked when you do try to hire someone and you don't know how to assess them. You kind of have to go off of trust, and unless you're giving this person a really high salary or high equity in your speaking business, you can't really trust that they're going to be in it for your best interest. And tech is such a crucial part of what we do, and to survive in business, that you do want to have a really good understanding of at least the fundamentals yourself. And so for that reason, I recommend at least learning the fundamentals of, technology, marketing, sales, and mastering those fundamentals. And then you'll be more equipped to hire someone to, outsource that to an employee. Now, when it comes time, when you feel like you have a good understanding of this stuff yourself, when you want to hire someone, the first person I would recommend hiring, if you don't want to bring on a business partner and give some equity, hiring a CTO, the first person I would hire is a full stack digital marketer. So full stack meaning they have a breadth of skills within digital marketing. So they're good at copywriting, they're good at the technical piece. They can set up all the email marketing themselves, the Facebook ads. Now you want to have a T-shaped person, which means they have a broad range within that category, but they are deep at one thing inside of technology. And so for me, it's like I have a very deep expertise in Facebook ads. I've spent millions of dollars, generated millions of dollars of revenue with Facebook ads. So you want to find someone that is full stack, has all the different areas of digital marketing and technology down at the fundamental level, but someone that also has a deep understanding in one area that's important. And
Troy, your audio cut out.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Does that make sense, Norma?
It makes sense, but my next question is, how much time will it take for a person to do this part? If we're doing the sales for the speaking engagements, we're doing that, and that would take a lot of time to do.
Yeah.
How much time would it take to do the digital marketing or the social media? That is so time consuming. So
you're right.
How do we do that?
Yeah, that's a great question. And we still struggle with that. There's, we don't have a lot of time in the day where, we both do sales calls. So what I recommend is batching your time. So maybe 1 to 2 days out of the week, focus on improving your knowledge of technology, digital marketing related to speaking, to actually generating gigs. And then the rest of your day should be focused on, improving your actual speaking skills, and then, doing the sales calls with conference coordinators, prospecting everything, but at least have a couple days out of the week where you can, spend the entire day really focused on understanding and, learning the technology piece, since it is so crucial. It's not something you just want to outsource and not, understand yourself, because you'll get, bitten in your ass.
And it's not something you want to ignore, everyone.
Yeah.
The reason why there is a constant need for education and understanding the digital space that we're in is because of the landscape of how business has changed. We're in the most glorious and beautiful time ever in the history of business to be an entrepreneur. The technology that exists is absolutely allowing businesses to explode all over the world. So Norma, listen, I hear the pain in your voice. And, when we're talking and we're doing our sessions, I'm here to help you understand this stuff. I know what that pain feels like. And I call it an old school mindset. Obviously, I'm not calling anybody on the call old, but I used to have an old school mindset. I wanted to do things the old school way, which means you just jump on the phone. But when you start getting overwhelmed and your business and your brand grows and you start having success, it's impossible to keep up with the insatiable appetite that people have for new knowledge. You know how many, we got millions of branding impressions that we've had to deal with. And the fallout of that is a lot of leads in your CRM. And that means that that insatiable appetite needs to be serviced. So we can't afford to be cavalier and act like these things are not important to the growth of our brand. I know it's uncomfortable, but I'm respectfully requesting to all of you to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. You just can't afford not to know, because the less you know, it's just going to hurt the automation. Now, real quick, Karis had a question, and she said, do we put Active Campaign on our website? Help them understand exactly the integration about Active Campaign and how that works, Austin.
Yeah, I'm actually working on a detailed training that I'm going to put in week 5 for all of you to see. We'll do a breakdown of Active Campaign and how it integrates with everything you're doing with your speaking. But to answer your question, so on your website, you'll have a form, which is, a contact form for conference coordinators to get a quote on your speaking services and to schedule a call. And that form, all the fields will be connected to Active Campaign. And so whenever a conference coordinator fills out that form, their information will be put into Active Campaign, and it'll trigger an email sequence in Active Campaign to start, reaching out to them and nurturing them, showing other pieces of content and getting them ready for the sales call with you. Does that make sense?
Karis, I think that was a question that Karis had. But
Okay,
Norma, real quick before you put your hand down, did you have any other questions, or did you understand what Austin said?
I understood what he was saying. My next question is, where do I start to learn how to do this?
Okay, there's going to be training. That's why we need you to go inside the modules, Norma, to go through every module. Module 5 is my digital marketing guide is better than yours, featuring Austin Troy.
Okay.
Austin's going to do a complete overview of how you understand this. We're the only platform in the world that you can get this kind of information, not only every Monday, but do you listen to me very carefully, ladies and gentlemen. Kevin T. Robertson will be half the man he is. And I'm pretty damn amazing. You understand what I'm saying? But I will be half of who I am as a brand, as money, as technology. Understand, if he was not on my team and he wasn't my business, that's my brother, that's my family. But he taught me a whole nother way to do business. Do you understand what I'm saying? And when I met him, I saw it and I said, this is what I said to myself. You got to listen to yourself sometime. I said, bro, you better stick your hand out to this young guy, and you better offer a partnership to him before somebody else does. And boom, we've been riding ever since. Now we came to Oh, okay. I just want to make sure I saw. So here's where we're the same. All we care about is what we have to deliver to our platform. That's all he cares about at the end of the day. So every single investment letter that Jeff Bezos ever wrote to all of his investors from 1995 all the way up to the current ones. Why did he have me read that? Because Amazon and Jeff Bezos, they have one goal and one goal only, is to be the very best customer service platform in the world. And that's exactly what they've done. Now, me and Austin, we take elements from Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos and Steve Jobs and Zuckerberg, and all of the cast is #1 in our space. We follow the patterns of the guys that run Active Campaign and all of the biggest guys in tech. Me and Austin have these conversations all the time. And is it difficult for me to understand some of this stuff? Yeah, but it's easier to understand it now because I have him on my platform and he helps me understand this stuff. Now, the reason why we came together is so you can have it easier. Because believe me, if you're going to be in business, you cannot afford not to know this stuff. Now, we have an advantage in the marketplace because we're the only ones that deliver this kind of information in the professional speaking industry. These other people just don't have the level of skill to tell you even what you're supposed to do. So to answer your question for Norma and anybody else that's watching, you are going to get an overview of how this stuff works. You can't put me in front of you and have me say this stuff to you over and over again, like how you can slide the bar back and hear me say it over to you when you're in the modules. Or you know you're going to get the information if you jump on the Monday call and you can ask us whatever it is that you want. That's why we're here. Anybody else have any additional questions? Norma, thank you for your question. Karis had a question. I believe that Erica asked me, were there any other resources for speaker info kit design and website design and things of that nature? Yes, that's why we want you to ask the question through the school platform, because what we're doing, Austin is researching a method with his brother Alex right now to be able to create a website template that's very affordable in case you can't afford a high-end website and you really don't need one in the beginning. Start where you are. You have a speaker info kit template that is my personal speaker info kit. I gave that to you in a Microsoft PowerPoint slide. See, a lot of you don't know my trick to designing my graphics, which all of these billboards you see behind me, I designed those right inside of Microsoft PowerPoint. My speaker info kit, I designed it, as you can see, in Microsoft PowerPoint. Then I converted it into a PDF. But we're going to keep having resources for you about website design, about speaker info kit design. And hey, a lot of you, when you see Fred Dorsey's speaker video demo, do you know there's softwares that you can use? There's apps that you can download to edit your speaker video demo right there from your phone. This is the most, listen to me, this is the most powerful thing and the most powerful tool that you have to create content. And a lot of you are simply not using it because you're scared of it. So my thing is this, can you still go old school and have success being a professional speaker? Yes, you can. But why would you want to do that when your business is going to end up consuming you because you're not letting the technology? You have to let the technology do the work. Austin is on me. He's on my ass every single day, sending me some dumbass messages through Slack, telling me how I need to clean my act up. Y'all are not the only ones. He's telling me about what I need to be doing as well. So, hey, if I got to go through it, damn it, we're all in it together. Okay, let me see. Does anybody else have any questions? I think I'm gonna wrap this up at 8 o'clock. Okay, so remember what we were talking about throughout this. Austin, thank you so much, man, for taking time out with me on these calls to help our platform understand exactly what it is that we're doing. And by the way, we're talking about CRM, and if you look at my upper right-hand corner of my screen, you can't see it, but love you too, Karis. Love you too. Okay, everyone. Can everybody still hear me? Wayne, if you can hear me, go like this. Okay, all right, good. We're back. Okay, remember, what are we talking about? We're talking about how to overcome negative marketing perceptions about your target buyer. Remember, we were talking about just getting all your sales tools organized the right way. And This is the reason why I don't want you skipping over content or being cavalier about the information that you should be taking in as a professional speaker. See, I spent a lot of hours putting this together so that you didn't have to go through the struggle. See, the reason why you signed up for our platform is so you don't have to be scratching your head. I wonder how that works. If you have a question, send it through the school platform, because you make it possible for other students to learn in there. We're respectfully requesting any feedback that you have, good, bad, or indifferent. We are fixing on the fly. I'm gonna do a video about fixing on the fly, because a lot of you are just so caught up in getting it to look perfect. You don't. We're tinkering and tankering and fixing Speaker Focus on the fly, adding new information, adding value, adding content, so that what it does is it helps us not only get the information to you faster, but if any of you have questions, ask the question through the school platform, which is our private. This is not a private Facebook group. Remember, it's all about how to overcome these negative perceptions of the target buyer. It's about the image that you put forth. It's your logo, it's your branding, it's the content that you produce, it's the website, it's the speaker info kit, it's the speaker video demo. It's all of the contextual copy that you're writing in your post, online or offline. There are things that you're doing with taking pictures and video in your infographics that should be done to support your brand. So we're here to make sure that your perception, see, the perception is reality to the target buyer. Remember, they don't want to talk to us first. They want to kick the tires. They want to take it for a test drive. They want to do some window shopping. They want us to demonstrate our ability to add value. And if it's nothing else that you got from this call tonight, it should be the people that add extreme value are the ones that are the higher paid speakers. Those are the ones that get the lion's share of the money. We want you to become high paid speakers. We're not here supporting you in your dreams of being a motivational speaker and a YouTube celebrity. That's what 80% of these other people are out here doing, and they're screaming and yelling at everybody like a football coach from the sidelines. This is professional speaking. This is where the real skill resides. And it's your responsibility to make sure that you are doing things necessary to grow your brand. I know a lot of the questions that you have are preliminary. A lot of you are saying you're putting the cart before the horse. I used to do a lot of that. Well, how am I supposed to do this, or how am I supposed to do that? Well, anything that you want to know about professional speaking, we cover it in modules 1 through 6 on the Speaker Focus platform. And if you feel like we aren't covering it, we will do a custom video for you to ensure that you know what's going on. All right, let me see. Okay, Fred says, powerful statement. All your marketing should support your brand. That's right. Everything should support your brand. You know, and if it doesn't, then the target buyer is confused. They simply will not write the check and extend the courtesy to you of treating you as the professional that you want us to treat you as, because you didn't set up the business the right way. So I'm respectfully requesting to all of you, keep your head in the modules. Go back over it. Looking at it one time is not good enough. You need to commit some of this stuff to memory. You need to be thinking about how these strategies are going to resonate with the target buyer. If this stuff doesn't reside within you, you can't relay it to other people. So how do you get your strategies inside of you? You've got to read. I would recommend all of you reading your signature programs out loud to yourself every single day. Repeat them at least 3 to 5 times. At least 3 to 5 times. Go over every single signature program. You're asking yourself, why does he want me to say it out loud? Because auditory learning is what sinks in. And then you're going to get familiar with articulating your signature programs to the target buyer. So when you have to have a conversation with them, you aren't dancing around the facts. You can articulate your brand very polished, poised, and professionally. Also, too, make sure that you are taking notes when you are in the online modules. If you have any technical difficulties, don't hesitate to reach out, support@speakerfocus.com. Send your questions through the school private coaching group. We're there to help support you for a reason. Anybody that has any issue, excuse me, with any technical issues with the online platform, if you got login issues, if you have anything, Austin will fix it immediately in real time.
Mhm.
Playing games, okay? You running around chasing each other in the house. I know them kids are getting on your damn nerves, okay? But we all are in it together. So stick to the plan and come up with some real goals. Remember, there is a worksheet at the end of every single module. You should be downloading that worksheet and you should be scripting out your goals. Your goals, written goals, I should say, act as a forcing system of accountability. If you do not write down your goals, you are going to just take a nice little trip through Wonderland, act like you have all day long to get it done. I don't know what some of you are out here thinking. You have got to start acting like your life depends on these speaker goals. Because what exactly are you trying to accomplish? I'm telling you, I'm going to say it for the people that didn't hear it. When this pandemic is over, and it's not going to last forever because nothing does, the good or the bad, when it's over, it's going to be a buying frenzy like you've never seen in your life. Every single thing that is going to reopen is going to be overrun. All the barbershops and beauty salons are going to be overrun. All the restaurants. You're going to be lucky if you get your food on time. Because when people start opening things back up and people start going back out, what do you think is going to happen to people they can't wait to get to their conference that they paid $2,500 for, mind you, plane tickets. You know, you're talking about the on-site food, hotel, ground transportation. People cannot wait to get back out. And at the head of the meetings are going to be a male or female getting booked to speak. The real question is it going to be you? Is it going to be you or not? And I know that for some of you, it seems far away, but I had to start somewhere, and I'm asking you to start somewhere. It starts with putting forth the effort in doing the work. You simply cannot build a bookable brand if you don't put forth the effort. It all starts in module 1 with organizing your messaging. It starts in module 2 with building a marketing machine. It starts in module 3 with setting up your speaker business. It starts in module 4 with managing your multimedia and your social media. Module 5 is my digital marketing guys better than yours, featuring Austin Troyer. And he will give you a comprehensive overview about digital marketing and how automation can absolutely change your life like it has changed mine. And then module 6 is a bonus module. You have all the templates set up. Every document that I've ever used in my professional speaking career is right there on this platform. So you can have the documentation to manage your speaker business. All of the sales tools, the pre-programmed questionnaire to do the research on the target buyer, the speaker engagement agreement, the scripts are right there. The templates, Microsoft Word and Microsoft PowerPoint slides to design your worksheet for your hour keynote speech, a template for your handout, a workbook, 15 to 30 pages. I'll give you an example of that right there in module 6. A workbook for 30 to 60 pages in case you got to design a workbook for a full day program. I give you the formatting. There's nothing like this in the marketplace. And I spent hours and years contemplating putting something together like this so you can get it all in one central location. So let me tell you something. If you're not willing to do the work, I got no sympathy for you because the tools are right there for you. There's no excuse for you to fail on this platform. We will answer the questions, rapid fire Q&A. You can ask me anything every Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern. If you missed the call, don't worry about it. Austin will send you out a rebroadcast of it. But for the ones I see on here on a consistent basis, I see Wayne on here every single week. I see Karis Arita every single week. I see the same people on here every single week. Those are the people that want it the most. Those are the people that just weren't bullshitting me when I was on the strategy call with them. They weren't giving me lip service. They're actually getting in there doing the work. I'm sorry sometimes if I hurt your feelings. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm sorry sometimes if it hurts when I say it. But do you want me kissing your ass and blowing smoke up it? Or do you got here? You think I got here by accident? No, success leaves clues. And I didn't get here by accident. I got here by backbreaking work and busting my ass. Now I'm working a whole lot more smarter now that I got Austin Troyer. Yay, we great for us. We all got Austin on our team. That's the reason why we're number one. Because you can't do it by yourself. We are here to help you, ladies and gentlemen. Karis Reed says, I want the truth. Raw, uncut, no sugarcoating. That's right. That's right. And then she puts the strong emoji arm in there. That's the only way I know how to say it. My mother told me, boy, you better wipe them tears away. I'll give you something to cry about. My mother talked to me like this every single day of my life. She said, boy, this is a cold world. She said, you better get tough. So all you out there, all you whiners and complainers, you better smarten up. And this business will give you everything that you put into it. My thing is you want to get a lot out of professional speaking, but what are you willing to give to it? Let me say that again. You want a lot out of professional speaking, but what are you willing to give to it? So you better get in there and you better listen. You know your favorite sitcom. If an episode of Good Times comes on, or an episode of Seinfeld or Friends, or whatever your favorite sitcom is, you know that shit like the back of your hand. Do you know your signature programs like that? I'll wait. Have you memorized your signature programs or an episode of one of your favorite television shows, which you've seen that shit at least 1,000 times? But you're going to keep sitting there looking at the sitcom over and over and over again when you already know what's coming. Some of you could recite the scene verbatim. Oh, JJ and Michael get ready to walk into the room and boom, the door closes. But do you know your signature programs? See, I don't want to hear anything. Do you know your signature lies? Wow. Wow. See, Tina Marie takes research to a whole nother level. So she's out there hacking into other people's sales funnels, getting on the call, going through the process of seeing what their sales cycle looks like. Because these other speaker coaching programs and a lot of other things that you're signing up for, you got to talk to their sales team. Sales team simply doesn't have the knowledge that I do. And they're lying to you. They're telling you can book TED Talks in 7 days. Ha! That's the funniest one to me. You can book a TED Talk in 7 days. I don't know where they get this stuff from, ladies and gentlemen. You got to smarten up, okay? The ones that get the money in this business are the ones that put forth the effort. And if you aren't willing to do that, I got no sympathy for you. If you're sitting there whining and bitching and complaining and you're not doing the work, what do you want me to say? You're working on getting your speaker business off the ground. Me and Austin are working on a $1 billion brand. That starts with pushing $100 million plus per year. Now I got my own problems, okay? I don't need to listen to yours, and you don't need to listen to mine. But I suggest you smarten up and put the work in. Okay, Tina also says they told me I could make $12K in 30 days. Do not be a sheep, especially to the women on this meeting. Wow. Wow. Tina Marie says, smarten up. Don't just listen to any and everything. Yeah, sheep get slaughtered. You know why she said that? Because sheep get slaughtered. Now, you might very well be able to make 12K in 30 days, but I hope you got your sales tools designed. Do you know how to attract target buyers? Maybe you can do it in 30 days. I don't know. Maybe your system is something brand new that I've never heard of before that can do that in 30 days, but I really doubt it. You're not going to understand. You can learn the speaker game in 6 weeks on our platform, but you still have to do a lot of work. I wish I could explain it to you and make it sound different. I wish I wasn't built like that. I wish I was half-assed sometimes, but I'm not. That's not the way I was raised. That's not the kind of entrepreneur that I am. Now, if that's the way you want to run your business, fine. But in this business of professional speaking, the lion's share rewards come to those who put the work in. Now, this session has been all about how to overcome your marketing pain and overcoming negative marketing perceptions of the target buyer. You can do that through building up a bookable brand, website, speaker info kit, speaker video demo, proper social media management, making sure that you have a customer relations management tool, your CRM. It automates your entire speaker business, and you are attracting hot leads and prospects in your marketing pipeline. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Kevin T. Robertson, America's leading focus expert. I'm the world's #1 speaker coach, and I'm CEO of Speaker Focus. I want to thank my business partner, Austin Troyer, for the valuable information that he gave. We have a lots more for you that's coming up. We have great things on the horizon. Ladies and gentlemen, your desire to get on stage to speak has got to be greater than any limitation, deficiency, any type of downfall that you've had, any type of negativity that's in your life. Your desire to get on stage to speak has got to be greater than anything else that you're going through in your life. And I don't promise it to you, I guarantee you, when you learn the system and you follow the micro-specific marketing formulas that generate the micro-specific marketing activities, I don't promise, I guarantee you, you will be booking speaking engagements and high-fee speaking engagements at that. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you. Take care. Keep doing what you got to do. Stop watching so much television and get your face in those modules and get this knowledge. Remember, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to email support@speakerfocus.com, and we will answer the questions promptly. And don't forget to send the questions directly through our private Facebook, private coaching group through the school platform. If you haven't received your invitation, please let Austin know, and he will get it out to you immediately. I love you, and I'll talk to you real soon. All right, peace.